So, episode number 9 of Ascendance of a Bookworm, we are already here, and there is a lot, and I mean a lot, to break down this episode. So, let's go ahead and start with the first thing that I want to note. And I find it hilarious how Ferdinand was legitly just hiding in his secret room the whole entire time, that all of those shenanigans that we were all breathing hard, crying, and everything, all of those shenanigans were going on. And our boy Ferdinand was just in his room, just doing some light research, into all the happenings that were going on. And he just happened to come out at the perfect time, thankfully, because he was hand-delivered a specific magical note. Now, I just find that absolutely hilarious. Now, the second thing that I want to note is, I have to ask you, did you cry? Because when Myne is talking to her dad, and she was like, hey, X, Y, and Z happened, and Ferdinand's like, hey, you can get adopted right now. If you are adopted right now, then you will essentially, basically, if she's adopted right here at this specific second, then that means that all of the misdoings that the high priest and that this new fat dude did against her are all crimes that they committed against a noble's daughter, right? And I find that extremely interesting because prior she was going to be charged with a crime, and her family was going to be, convicted, and everything that would have happened before if she had originally done what she was going to against the high priest. But this time, because she had the amulet that she was given, then that means that I don't even know how to explain it essentially, but I guess that essentially means that since Sylvester gave her that amulet, he was low-key claiming her in a way. And I think because he enjoyed her company that much, I think because he really vibed with her and really resonated with her after spending his time with her, that he gave her this protective charm. And that charm is something that could then in turn be used as a form of immediate adoption, apparently. And I'm sure as next episode breaks out, as Ferdinand takes care of the high priest, as he takes care of the fatso noble, I'm sure that we'll learn more about this information. But that black protective charm definitely meant a lot more than what was originally we thought it to be, which was something that would end up just summoning Sylvester. So good that he gave it to her, good that she had it, and good that she was able to show it off immediately, because that definitely turned the tides of everything. But I just find this whole narrative extremely interesting, because originally adoption by Karstad, now adoption by Sylvester. And I think that is going to be something that is extremely interesting, because Sylvester, to me, is still pretty unknown, and he is eccentric and flamboyant, and he's mysterious. You know what I mean? He has all these different traits, but the mysterious piece is I still feel like parts of his intent are still a mystery. So it's going to be very exciting for her to be adopted by someone who is so eccentric and who is kind of ignorant to the world of anybody else but this little silo of a world that he's been living in. But that moment that she shared with her dad, though, I felt the tears, I felt the eyes get puffy, and I was like, yes, in one case, this speeds up the timeline from the next 2 or 3 years to now, and this also potentially kind of rips her away from her family. It doesn't mean she'll never be able to see them again. It's just the nature of which her visits are, and everything. It's just going to absolutely just change her life. But I do love how after all that happened, Ferdinand was able to take action. Now, I really wish that the high priest, this freaking dude's got to go. And obviously, at that moment, he restrained him, which tells me that he's not going to nix him out and kill him, which is unfortunate, because apparently he still kind of quote unquote needs him. And I guess essentially he just kind of needs a witness to the crimes, and he knows that the high priest will squeal. And I'm pretty convinced that that's probably the case too, is the high priest will squeal. Especially because of all these misdoings and all of these back alley deals that he's been having going on. He'll probably squeal about all the people that he's been doing business with as well as this fat dude, which the fat guy's name was... damn, what the hell was his name? Bert, something with a B, right? Damn, what was his name? Count Bindewald. I would have never remembered that. So his name was Count Bindewald, and he basically looks like he's the high priest brother at this point. But he came in on the scene. Not only did he do Dirk dirty, not only has he been have the back alley dealings with the high priest, he was also trying to make a go for Myne as well. So I'm glad that Ferdinand is going to deal with him on a permanent basis, and he has justification to do so. But man, everything that we know so far is going to get turned on its head just with Myne getting adopted almost on an immediate basis by Sylvester. By Sylvester coming back into the mix. What that means with her relationship with Ferdinand, what that means with her relationship with Sylvester himself, what that means with her relationship with her family, what that's going to mean for what that's going to mean for her future, and kind of what everything that comes with it. What does that adoption look like? Obviously, it's not going to be like a slave adoption like this Burt, whatever the hell this guy's name was again. I forgot already. Bindewald's relationship is. What's going to end up happening with Dirk? I assume because Bindewald's about to be taken care of, that Dirk will be released from that slave contract. So there's just a lot that the anime is going to have to answer as we move forward, and I am excited for it. But wow, an emotional roller coaster this episode was, from Tootie being kidnapped to Myne being kidnapped to her, destroying the hell out of those dudes who, took them captive, to her trying to summon Sylvester and it not working, to Ferdinand being stuck in his secret room, to the high priest, and everything that happened with Bindewald, to just everything that happened here. It's like, what a freaking episode. This was just so good. And this anime continues to be some of the best writing in anime. But I'm going to leave you guys with those thoughts there. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments below. Let me know if you cried. And let me know what you think about the future of Myne as she moves forward into Sylvester's care. What do you think that will mean? And obviously, if you know already because of the source material, they'll put no spoilers down. Maybe give some hints, but that's about it. But other than that, I'll see you guys next week on Myne Mondays. All right, my friends, from me to you, peace out, guys.